What's up, everybody? Pizzaholics! I'm in Queens, baby. Howard Beach, Queens. Right down the street from me right now is New Park Pizza, a time-tested pizzeria. It's been around since a while, decades. Long-time establishment, time-tested. I got 2 slices, guys, right out of the oven. Let's go eat. And there they are, guys. Look at that. Is that something or what? You don't see pizza like that every day. Let's go dig in. Listen, guys. Listen for the crackling. Nice snap to this crust. Right out of the oven. I walked 1 block to my car, guys. A little bit of flop. Look at that bottom. Guys, I got a feeling we're in for a good one. Look at this beautiful bottom. Look at that. Look at that. Glad I finally tried New Park. 3 bites, 2 bites in, I'm already, I totally understand. I totally understand. Good stuff, guys. I'm going to tell you right now. I'm thinking about the score. I'm thinking about it. This one is, I'm on the fence. I'm thinking, you know when you're in that 7-9, 8-1 territory, you got to think. There's a difference between scoring a pizza, an 8-1 and an 8-5. It's very easy to know the difference between an 8-5 and an 8-1. It's very easy to know the difference between an 8-8 and an 8-5. But when it comes to that 7.8, 7.9, 8.1 territory, you got to think. Guys, let's go explore it and then score it. All right, ladies and gentlemen, what do you say we move on into the lab where we move in for a closer look at a wonderful slice of pizza here, courtesy of New Park in the lovely neighborhood section of Howard Beach in Queens, New York City. Guys, we're going to start with the positives and then we'll get to the negatives, okay? Cheese to sauce ratio, okay? Fantastic. Fantastic. Just look at all that red sauce. You see nice patches of sauce seeping from underneath that thick blanket of low moisture mozzarella. There's what I mean, guys. Look at that. Sauce popping through the thick, gooey blanket of low moisture mozz. Is that a beautiful sight or what? Look at that, guys. It never dries out towards the back. Very often with New York pizza, it gets dry towards the back. Not the case here. The cheese to sauce ratio is very well balanced. Guys, look at that crust. It's got a nice little dusting of flour on it. Look at that bottom, guys. Look at that. Are you kidding? Are you kidding me? Look at that chaw. The sauce isn't the most, it's not the pulpiest thing in the world. You know me, guys, I like sauce that's not too silky like that. So the sauce was my least favorite thing about this thing. It was a little tart, had a little bit of sourness to it, and as you can see, it's not the brightest thing on earth, and it's probably why I'm not going to give this thing, I'm not going to score this pizza in the 8s. But it wasn't bad, it wasn't too bad, it just wasn't my favorite. What I liked was the cheese, guys. Look at the color of that cheese. Really good mozzarella, not sure what they're using. You got some of those brown char marks, which indicates a good amount of fat in the cheese, but it's very nice and white. So I was really happy with the cheese, and there's a nice amount of it on there, guys. A really good amount of cheese, but it doesn't take over the slice. The sauce definitely gets its chance to shine. I think my primary concern here, guys, was the crust. It did have some snap, but it's totally gone now that it cooled down, which is kind of strange. Kind of reminds me of a New Haven naturally fermented crust. It's not the airiest thing on earth. There's some micro air pockets there. There is some evidence of aeration, as you can see. There is. It's not the doughiest thing on earth, but it just didn't have that snap. It was straight out of the oven. I walked 2 seconds to my car, and it lost its crunch rather quickly. If this was a little crunchier, I would have been a lot happier. But yeah, it's still very light, nicely colored. Despite the lack of crisp, guys, look at that. It's still very light. All right, guys, it's about that time. The pizza gets cold. We give it another fold to find out if the crust retains its crisp long after cooling down. There was very little crisp to begin with. A little floppy if this thing was firmer, if it had a little more crunch, and if it would have retained whatever crunch it did have initially. There was some snap in the beginning. By the time I got to the end of the slice, it lost a little bit. So with New York style pizza, I typically do deduct if it doesn't have too much crisp. It's got to have crisp at least towards the back end. I'm gonna go 7.7 because it's very unique. 7.7, despite its flaws, the quality cheese, it was saucy. Crust, yeah, not crunchy, but at least it was light. Nice color, very unique pizza. I don't think I've ever seen pizza that looks like this. This is a pizza that is absolutely its own, has its own character, and it separates itself from the generic stuff that you typically find in New York. So 7.7, guys, New Park. Well, guys, that about sums it up for this one. I'm so glad to get here. I'm gonna go for a nice evening stroll here. There's a beautiful moat. Nice view here, a lot of boats, nice little marina near the pizzeria. And I'm gonna go walk this thing off, enjoy the evening. Guys, if you enjoyed the content, please do give this video a like. It would help me out. Remember to subscribe if you want to continue to watch my videos, and hit that bell so you can watch my videos as soon as they're released. Happy day, guys. Good pizza. Nice breeze, nice weather, nice evening, beautiful views here in Queens. I'm gonna go enjoy it. And until next time, ladies and gentlemen, please do remember to keep those bellies full. This is Antonio, signing off.